nobody talks about what happens after. After you finally get the thing you spent years working toward. You expected to feel something. Relief, pride, joy, fullness. Instead, there's this quiet, a strange hollow stillness, like a room where a party just ended and everyone's gone home. Not sadness, not regret, just nothing. And the worst part is, you don't tell anyone. Because how do you explain feeling empty after winning? Here's what's actually happening inside you when this occurs. For months, maybe years, your brain was running on something. A quiet, constant hum of forward motion. The late nights made sense. The sacrifices made sense. Every hard day had a reason attached to it. Your brain wasn't just chasing the goal. Your brain was alive because of the chase. There's a chemical responsible for this. Most people think it's the reward chemical, the pleasure chemical. It's not. It's dopamine. And dopamine doesn't spike when you arrive. It spikes when arrival is still possible. Dopamine is the chemistry of almost, of not yet, of getting closer. The moment you cross the finish line, it drops. Not because something went wrong. Because, neurologically, the chase is over. Psychologists actually have a name for what you're feeling. They call it the arrival fallacy. The belief that a destination holds the feeling you've been waiting for. That on the other side of this goal, something will finally click into place. But the feeling was never stored in the destination. It was living in the movement toward it. Athletes describe it after championships. Founders describe it after exits. Graduates describe it after the ceremony ends. The language is almost always the same. I thought I'd feel more. Not because the goal wasn't real, but because the story they built around it was the story that said, after this, everything will feel complete. But there's something even deeper than the neuroscience. For the entire duration of the pursuit, you were someone. You were the person working toward the thing. That identity had weight. It had direction. It had a story that made sense. When the goal ended, that version of you ended with it. The emptiness isn't just a dopamine drop. It's grief. Grief for a self that no longer has a horizon to move toward. And grief, even for a version of yourself, feels exactly like emptiness. So here's the shift. The emptiness you feel after achieving something isn't a sign that you chose wrong. It's a sign that you were fully alive during the pursuit. Your nervous system doesn't malfunction after a goal. It mourns. And then, quietly, it begins scanning for the next thing worth moving toward. Not because you're greedy, not because you can't be satisfied, because that's what a living mind does. Goals are finish lines. But you are not someone who stands at finish lines. You are someone who finds roads.